Veganism is a scam.
She just posted a new video that I, as a vegan, I'm completely on board with. So let's get into it. This is Face the Facts Friday, where you get no BS takes on the latest vegan news, followed by a roast of the worst anti-vegan comments I've seen this week in our Meat Flakes of the Week. So get ready to get fact. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm a vegan, and I agree with one of these anti-vegan carnivore influencer numpties.
You serious?
The famous anti-vegan influencer that made this stupid clip
Veganism is a scam.
and started eating
raw beef liver.
She just posted a new video that I, as a vegan, I'm completely on board with. So let's get into it.
My friends wanted to try my breast milk, so I gave them all a fresh warm glass.
There it is. That is very interesting. I'll take it again. You got another shot?
Yes, you finally get it. If you're fully committed to breastfeeding like a baby until the day you die, you should breastfeed from your own species.
You got another shot?
The real question we're all wondering right now, what's with the cheese grater? Breast milk cheese? Gonna grate it down for some pizza? Get 4 women involved for a quattro for Maggie? It turns out there's an entire movement of breast milk drinkers called the Suckle Squad. That's not right. It's called the Suckle Gang. But actually, I think Suckle Squad would have worked better.
I'm an advocate for what's referred to online as Suckle Gang, and it's the idea that like men should still be drinking breast milk.
Okay.
You can find local networks. Now, you don't just want any breast milk. You want a woman who's eating healthy foods from a farmer's market, locally sourced, not processed foods. You want the highest quality milk, and then, yeah, you just drink it.
I'm all for the Suckle Gang or Suckle Squad. I mean, I won't be doing it myself, obviously. I only suck on titties for recreational purposes. But if you're doing it for health reasons, all power to you. Hopefully now you're getting some human milk. You won't keep paying cow farmers to shove their hands inside cows to get them pregnant, take their babies away, and then kill them when they're done with them. Otherwise known as the dairy industry. But don't start doing that to women, all right? Wait a minute. Is that where this is going?
Had your wife.
If you think these human milk guzzlers are weird, but you're still guzzling down pints of cow's milk, you don't have a leg to stand on. It's way weirder to be drinking milk from another species. But that doesn't stop our good old Piers Morgan, does it? He had another vegan on to discuss the dairy industry after this new offensive ad went out by the vegan charity Viva over in the UK.
The umbilical cord flavour. Produced with only the finest ingredients, the stolen milk of grieving mothers. Taste the torment in every mouthful.
Why are you making ads like that about a yogurt?
Well, the point is, we went into and investigated dairy farming, and 1 in 5 of the animals and supplying people like that were zero graze. This means they never saw a blade of grass. And I went in myself to check this out, and they're in filthy conditions. The male calves taken away and shot or knifed in the throat because they don't produce milk. The mothers, when their milk production went down, killed. So there's a lot of death in the dairy
Let me
industry
ask you this.
understand.
What do you think happens in the wild? If you go to the African bush, animals eat each other all day long in the most savage, primeval way. Why aren't you campaigning about that?
Yeah,
Why don't you go and protect animals from other animals?
Yeah.
Hey, look, Piers, here's a horrible thing we're doing to animals. I think we should stop doing that.
Well, animals do worse things to other animals, so...
Imagine we're in 1940s Germany and a Nazi stood there with his finger over the button to turn on the showers. You tell him,
You shouldn't be doing that horrible thing to these people.
the Nazi turns around, looks you in the eye and says,
Listen mate, there are Amazonian tribes who kill humans too, so.
no, I'm not saying they're the same thing, but the logic is exactly the same.
Yeah, listen, my degree is zoology. I know quite a lot about animals, and
So
they are not. And they are
on my
not,
TikTok feed, all I see all day are lions destroying gazelles'
Come
heads.
on, they're not, which is a bit more gory than that. They're not.
It's
factory
real life.
Farmed. They're not factory farmed. These animals never see sunlight. They never graze a blade of grass. It's obscene. I don't think even you would agree with that.
Well, my problem with vegans is this.
Typical Piers, every time he's losing, he just switches to a new point.
You're talking about the murder.
What kind of milk do you drink?
You talk about the murder of soya.
Soya. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
you talk about the murder of bees in other interviews.
yes, because
But you
vegans don't care.
But you don't care about the billions
No.
of calves and
No.
chicks and piglets. That
I
are killed.
understand.
So you're a complete hypocrite.
No, I'm not.
You are, Piers.
No, the hypocrites are the vegans
No,
who
they're
munch
not.
away on almonds and their avocados and
No.
stuff.
I actually don't care about animals. I only pretend to care about animals so that I can attack other people who genuinely do care about animals to make myself feel better for eating meat. Better talk over her as much as I possibly can so she can't expose it.
You're against factory farming. If you went inside the farms that I've been inside, and the reason that I set up Viva, the state of the animals that I've seen them in, pigs,
Julia?
dying in front of me.
If this makes
you
me
would
evil,
not- you would
this
not
makes
agree
me
with it.
evil, I am happy to be evil.
It's disgusting.
It's delicious.
But eat vegan-
Juliet Galadley,
eat
lovely to
vegan
see you.
yogurt.
That's it from me.
And of course, when she brings up the horrors of factory farming, he has a spoonful of yogurt and ends the interview.
Wanker.
Who does Piers Morgan do this for? Who sits there and goes, he did the thing in front of the vegan? I mean, look, if you do find that kind of thing funny, get a bit more self-respect, mate. Come on. Piers Morgan also has a huge issue with trans and gender ideology. But if he sat there in front of a trans person that wanted to be called she, and he refused and said, no, I'm going to call you he for my entire interview, most people would call him an asshole. Most people would say, listen, Piers, you can disagree, but don't do the very thing that they're against in front of them for clout. This isn't journalism. This is more like one of those TV talent shows where they bring people on to try and embarrass them in front of an audience.
Ken Lee. Δεν estaba просто without you.
Ναι. David. Ken Lee. To live without you.
We're living in clown world. If you like yogurt, but you don't like the animal abuse, just eat a soya or rice yogurt. Or, if you're into it, a human yogurt. I won't judge.
You got another shot?
And who wants to drink racist cow's milk anyway? Oh yeah, in today's edition of Everything is Racist, cow's milk is also racist. Elon Musk just slammed Peter on Twitter, or X as we're calling it now, over this exact topic. Are we really calling it X now, by the way? Do any of you actually still call it Twitter, or am I just behind the times? What's going on? Let me know in the comments. Peter posted this article about milk being associated with white supremacy. White supremacists really like milk or something, I don't know. Elon Musk responded, they've been saying that since 2018. According to Peter, having a bowl of cereal means you're racist. Beyond parody. People are sick of being called racist, white supremacist, or whatever ist or ism or whatever is in fashion today. It's so silly to say white supremacists like milk and that's a reason to not drink milk. It's just like racists often use the term clown world. So that means you shouldn't say clown world. I already said it earlier in the video, so I guess I'm racist. But I don't drink milk. So that cancels it out, right?
Yes, science!
If we want people to listen to us as vegans, we can't be associated with that shit. Every single dairy cow will be marched, terrified, into a slaughterhouse and killed. Eating a bowl of cereal doesn't make you racist, but it does make you pro-animal abuse. As if Elon would care about that anyway. He's happily doing horrific animal testing on pigs, sheep, and monkeys to test his new tech project, Neuralink. Aren't most people against animal testing? Or does Elon get away with it because he's really rich, but tweets funny tweets like the rest of the peasants do? Shouldn't people be losing their minds about this?
You're about to watch the single greatest moment in television history.
A vegan and a vegetarian are jumping off a cliff to see who hit the bottom first. Who wins?
I don't know.
Who wins?
Society.
Good joke. Hey, I've got one. A trophy hunter and a meat eater jump off a cliff to see which one will hit the ground first. Who wins? Animals. Because there's no difference between someone who kills for fun and someone who pays someone else to kill for taste. It's just killing for fun with extra steps. Yeah, that wasn't really a joke though. But I do actually have a vegan joke for you. Why couldn't the vegan get the creases out of his shirt? He had an iron deficiency. Yeah, eat your spinach, guys. France has just banned vegan companies from using meaty words to sell vegan products. They reckon words like steak, spare ribs, ham, and butcher on vegan products confuses people. So in the name of transparency and honesty, They've banned them. Not only that, they've taken it to the next level with the transparency and honesty. Hot dogs will be renamed pig flesh, blood, and guts pumped into a long, oblong-shaped casing of intestine collagen. Steak will be renamed bloody chunk of a dead cow's body. And burgers will be renamed dead animal bodies mashed together in circular disc shapes. We don't want to confuse the consumers now. We need to be transparent and honest. Right, guys? Honestly, these days you can't do anything without the government sticking their nose in. Take this guy, for example. He was just trying to go out for a nice, calm surf with his snake, and the government's fined him like $1,000.
Changing the definition of snaking a wave. Meet Shiva, the shredding Bredley python, and her unlikely best pal, Igor.
Yeah, she goes for a swim a little bit and then comes back to the board. She's just cruising, waiting for the wave, for the perfect wave.
Here's what the government official said. Taking native pets out in public can cause the animals unnecessary stress, and they can behave in an unpredictable way when they're removed from their enclosures. Who's betting this guy causes thousands of animals unnecessary stress by paying people to breed, abuse, and kill them for his meals 3 times a day? Anyway, the snake man disagrees. He says he can tell when the snake is unhappy because she hisses at him whenever she's pissed off about something. Something every man can relate to. I don't know, guys. What do you think about this? I'm kind of like, who are we to judge? He knows his snake. I just found out this crazy fact. 60 million people died in World War II. You've probably seen the movies. Maybe you've even been to one of the memorial sites and seen all the graves. Now listen to this crazy fact. We kill the same number of animals every 30 minutes for food. 60 million animal lives taken. The same as how many lives were taken in World War II every 30 minutes. Isn't that just insane? The organization Gen V has posted these billboards around the UK to try and encourage people to change the way they're living and go vegan for animals. Do you think it'll work? I think this is going to shake a few people, and I really, really do hope it gets people to change. Police stormed an animal sanctuary in Italy last week and killed 10 pigs. They forced their way into the sanctuary with violence, injuring activists and destroying the sanctuary as they went, all to get in there and kill 10 pigs that had already been rescued from animal agriculture.
Un quantitativo incredibile di forze dell'ordine in arrivo. L'assalto è cominciato.
È svenuta! Lasciateci stare! Lasciateci stare! Stanno segando il braccio, porca puttana! C'è il braccio legato, sa!
Là fuori c'è la violenza. Là fuori stanno picchiando. E qua loro cercano il cibo, perché è ora di colazione. Vi basta? Vi basta questo?
This is just a tragic day. This should have never happened. They entered a place of peace where animals had already been saved from a terrible system. They cut the gates, they destroyed years of work and sacrifices. We tried to resist peacefully, but unfortunately there were so many of them. They used violence, they beat a lot of people. And after they destroyed half of the sanctuary, the vets arrived and killed the 9 pigs that were left that were actually happy.
Why? Because there'd been an outbreak of swine flu, and they thought these pigs either had it or were going to have it, so there's an order to kill as many pigs as possible. Good old animal agriculture. You can always count on them to create and spread exciting new viruses and diseases, can't you? And then send the government out on a killing spree to try and stop the spread of the thing they created. What a disgraceful industry in a horrific situation. These lives have already been taken, so there's nothing we can do about that. But there is something you can do for the people at this sanctuary and the other animals that are still living there. You can head over to their socials, show them support, and please consider sending them some euros so they can rebuild and recover from this horrible situation. Now it's time to take a look at some of the dumbest comments I've seen this week in today's Meat Flakes of the Week.
It's time for Meat Flakes of the Week.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present the king of betas. Okay, let's take... Oh. Okay, yeah. All right. Maybe eat whatever the fuck you want. This message, once again, sponsored by the late, great Jeffrey Dahmer. I eat meat every day. Plants are trying to kill you. It's true, the other day I opened the fridge and a carrot came out with a knife and we had a bit of a thing. I won, obviously, because I'm bigger and smarter than the carrot, but yeah, it's a thing. How can you stop it? Try getting a tiger to go vegan and see what happens to you. Well, I mean, I did try to get a tiger to go vegan. We had a great conversation, actually, and he's told me that he is well on the way to changing his life around. He's joined Challenge 22 and he's doing it. It was really honestly amazing. Video coming soon. Vegan activist try not to be a piece of shit challenge. Impossible. Yeah, fair enough. That's I'll take that. Animals ain't individuals. They are. Yeah. They have personalities just like me and you. That would make them an individual. If they're not individuals, neither are you. So, yeah. There's that. You expect me to listen to you? Yes. Why do you eat plants? They too have life, sensory pleasure. Plants have life, but I don't believe they have sensory pleasure. Although that does take me back to the other day when I was rubbing some garlic into a broccoli and I heard a sound. Like the broccoli was kind of like, So maybe he's onto a point here. I don't know. I feel kind of weird about that now. Oh, I'd love to meet you in the street, you detestable, conceited, arrogant, self-loving little vegan cunt. If you'd have asked me a question and I gave you my answer, an answer you didn't like or fucking approve of, because you vegans are always right, I'd have smashed your fucking face in, you sad, pathetic little fuckwit. Ian, you couldn't smash your way out of a paper bag, mate. But come find me. Come find me next time I'm on the street. You see what happens, Ian. You see what happens. Eating dairy ice cream right now. I'm happy this cow got milked and fancily I don't care about your veganism. Let us eat meat and dairy and we will let you eat your grass and leaves. I don't know why you want to eat books. People keep talking about this dairy. How do you make ice cream out of a dairy? Can someone explain that to me? Can paper be turned into ice cream? What's going on? You can eat anything if you like it. One more message sponsored by Jeffrey Dahmer. Animals live for the benefit of us humans. We are superior to animals. Wow, that's an interesting one. Hey, switch that out for any other group in society and you've got every human from way, way back that we think are detestable. Women live for the benefit of men. We are superior to women. Black people live for the benefit of white people. We are superior to black people. You see how this kind of logic leads you down some pretty dodgy paths, mate? Mate, your vegan videos are a lot of rubbish. I love eating meeting. I love eating meeting. And yes, taste does justify murder. That's why I eat it. I mean, I'm not sure if he loves eating Zoom meetings is something that comes up a lot, or if he loves eating meat, probably the meat. Taste does justify murder. That's why I eat it. Yeah, just one more person needs to be on the FBI's potential psycho serial killer list. Courage to me to go eat KFC. You needed courage to go down to KFC. I'm glad that you got over your irrational fear of KFC. You shouldn't eat there still, but you also shouldn't be terrified of it. So this is kind of like a weird one for me. I feel like it's a bittersweet, you know? Go hug a lion. I would, but they usually have them all drugged up. That's why I haven't done it yet. But if I can find a lion who's pretty tame and chill, I'd happily hug him. Baby animals taste better.
Psycho.
Dog shit is still way more nutritious than those fake meats. Do us all a favor, mate. Go and get yourself a nice big portion of dog shit then. Most of COD player want to shoot real people in the face. It's just illegal, so this makes no sense at all. He's responding to a video where I said eating fake meat, like vegan meat, is just like playing a game like Call of Duty. You don't actually want to go shoot people. You want the fun without the violence, and it's same with eating the vegan burger. No, mate, most people who play COD don't want to shoot people in the face, but maybe you do. So you should probably get therapy for that, man. It's so good. Those fresh baby Jewish whole body chickens. I mean, if you're gonna troll me, at least do it in proper English. Come on. Violence? It's circle of life. I wonder if vegan go to Africa and tell lion not to eat zebra. Well, that's a perfect time for me to launch my new campaign. Actually, I need your guys' help. I'm looking to raise money to go to Africa specifically to do this. I want to go and try outreach with lions on the savannah. So if you could please send some donations over to my PayPal, you can do it by PayPal, or you can do it right here on YouTube with the super thanks, and help me make this dream a reality, please. Taste and texture and memories of how you discovered that taste and texture, all that suffering that enabled you to experience it. So hypocritical. Oh, so this guy thinks that if you were vegan before and you want to get the same taste and textures now but without violence, you're a hypocrite because you got the taste and texture from before you were vegan. Basically, you can't change your life to do good things now if you did bad in the past without that making you a hypocrite. Good logic there, mate. Wouldn't listen to someone who has the symbol of Satan on a hat. Guys, people keep mentioning this and saying that it's a symbol of Satan this year. And look, I just want to make absolutely clear that this is absolutely the symbol of Satan. That's why it's on my hat. I am a Satanist. I am an Antichrist. I am the Antichrist, the vegan Antichrist. And I'm here to force you all to go vegan. So you better go vegan, all right? Are you really that ungrateful? People around the world don't even have access to food and you're crying about this? You vegans are so dumb, bro. This is like your mum making you eat that last piece of food on the plate because there are people dying in Africa. Like, who is this guy? You know, people are allowed to care about more than one thing, you know. People can care about poor people and also be vegan. You don't have to do one or the other. You do get that, right? If you want to support me making more videos about animal rights and veganism, please consider joining my Patreon team. You'll be directly helping me put out more videos with a strong vegan message, and you'll be able to talk with me directly using the Patreon messaging system. You could also join the YouTube membership team, which doesn't have that DM option, but does give you a pretty cool green logo on your name so everyone can see that you're an absolute legend. I can't do this important work without your support, so please do consider joining my team, and thank you again to everybody who's already a member. Keep being the absolute legend you are. I'll catch you in the next one.